everyone, this is Maki. What do you think of Christmas in the Gundam series? Endless Waltz in Gundam Wing depicts a battle that occurred on Christmas. Some of the music played in the story is an arrangement of jingle bells. Other popular works include Mobile Suit Gundam Double Lady War in the Pocket. This work is set during the Christmas season. It is often talked about, so many people have probably heard of it. The main character, Alfred Uriho, is an 11-year-old elementary school student. He is a boy who thinks war is cool and yearns for it. He lives on a neutral space colony and lives at a distance from war. As the war between the Earth Federation and Principality of Sion armies intensifies, the flames of war approach his surroundings. At first, the changes are minor. The boys complain that school lunches are synthetic food. Eventually, all learns what war is all about. This work is one of the spin-offs of the Gundam series. It is also the first spin-off that was visualized as an animated work. Although it is an early work in the Gundam series, the unexpected element of a civilian boy as the main character surprised fans. Not only did the unexpected element surprise them, but it also depicts how the boy's mind changes after witnessing the war. The story's careful depiction of the characters' hearts and minds still attracts many fans today. This work has also influenced many later Gundam series. The production style, in line with the current of the times, is also an element that deserves attention. The normal functioning of the Earth Federation forces is carefully depicted. The wartime situation has a major influence on this work. It is very different from Gundam Gear 91 and Hathaway. These works are set in a time long after the war in the Pocket. Reflecting a time when there were no major wars, there are depictions of the Earth Federation forces as being very weak. Weakness does not mean a simple decline in combat capability. In Gear 91, the Earth Federation forces mobile suits are depicted causing more and more damage to civilians. Many are depicted as being defeated by the enemy, the crossbow vanguard in one step, while inflicting civilian casualties. And in Hathaway, the same point of weakening of the Earth Federation forces is depicted. It depicts an earlier period than Gear 91, but similarly the Earth Federation forces are weakened. The commanding officer, Colonel Kenneth Sled, considering the low competence of mobile suit pilots, gives the order to fight without regard to the damage to civilians. With his very good judgment, he manages to neutralize one enemy mobile suit. Several mobile suits are destroyed in this battle. Translated with Radiocom Translator, free version. In the war in the Pocket, the war in which civilians are evacuated is depicted as a situation in which the enemy is warned without ever firing a shot. It may seem as if they have no sense of crisis, but they seem to avoid fighting in a neutral colony as much as possible. The military is depicted as having the common sense to protect its citizens. In the latter half of the story, a mobile suit unit called the Scarlet Squadron appears. In fact, they are sometimes deservedly called the weakest troops in the history of the Gundam series by fans. This is because they were destroyed by the Zeon army's Kämpfer without attacking even once. However, it is not wrong for the military to not carelessly open fire when their allies are destroyed. They did not cause damage to civilians, nor did they make the mistake of attacking in the dark and exposing an opening to the enemy. Unfortunately, the enemy pilots were so superior that they were wiped out early. It is good to pay attention to these differences from the later depictions. The Gundam SEED series, which will soon be released as a movie, has also had a great influence on the Gundam series. The main character's Gundam has a letter on its head indicating the model number of the mobile suit. This is the first production of its kind for an animated work. Gundams in the SEED series now have the same lettering engraved on their foreheads. Of course, the latest Gundams also have the same design. Daisuke Namikawa, who voiced the main character Ao, would later voice Rick Mars in Gundam Unicorn. It is also a work in which we can hear the voice of Mr. Namikawa when he was a young boy. The newest item balloon and mascot also appear in this work. Each episode is about 30 minutes long and consists of 6 episodes. It is a very interesting work. If you haven't seen it yet, you should definitely check it out.